Howdy, howdy. It's pretty windy. It's like windier than a baked bean convention with 1,000 delegates. But look, it's destroyed our flag almost. We gotta fix our flag. But I'm in the clubhouse, out of the wind, so you don't get no windy noise. But look here, I'm not even at the door. I'm at the corner. Show you guys what I'm talking about. I come in here to inspect the damage, really, see if we had any major damage in the clubhouse, and I'm not seeing any, though it looks like a tornado went through here. I'll get to that in a minute. Everything's holding on, but this is what I was talking about. Velcro does not stay attached in strong winds. Like I said in the last video and probably other videos, they should have bungee balled these things right here all the way down on the wall and this wall. But look, it does not. I mean, we can fasten it back, but a good gust of wind and blow it right back apart. The only thing holding it is the one bungee ball down there, and you see what it's doing. It's starting to tear. It's holding on. I am debating on whether to put grommets all up and down it and putting bungee balls on it, but this doesn't, I don't think it's reinforced all that well. I don't know. We'll figure something out. I might even get some straps. These. Let me tighten up there. These ratchet straps. Thinking about running 3 of them horizontally, and then attach the bottom to the bottom strap, because there's really nothing on that wall. Because I mean, that's one of the garage doors, so there's really nothing there to give it any support. It is bungee balled at the top. They did it there. Why not carry it all the way down? I don't know. It's a dumb design. That's the only drawback of this whole portable garage thing, is that right there. That's the only drawback. Other than that, it's holding up really good in the wind. I mean, there was a guy in one of the Facebook groups said that he clocked a 72 mile an hour wind. That corner over there is doing it too. But nothing we can do about it right now. You can see it's starting to tear that one down there too. But yeah, nothing we can really do about it. It didn't tear it, but it popped our Velcro. This is a Velcro strap down here, right here. And it goes around this pole. I haven't reattached it, but that's the only thing that's happened. And it did blow our attempt. This is our attempt to blacken this clubhouse out for the Daytona 500. It didn't work too well. We're just gonna have to buy some blackout curtains, because the Daytona 500 was in the daylight, and the projector there does not work in the daylight. It works, but you can't see it. So blackout curtains are needed. But I really believe, okay, the cross straps over there, I really believe those made a difference in here, because the wind was bad. It was very bad. About every tent along the main road, and let's just poke through the corner up here. Every tent along that main road up there, all up through there, there wasn't not one tent left. They were all shredded, destroyed. Any kind of tents. There was a couple shelters like these, but they were white. There was a Harbor Freight one that got shredded, but this one held up really nice. This one wasn't the only one, but it probably was one of the better better ones that was left standing. And now look, this Velcro corner is still attached. Is that one? That one over there looks like it's still attached. Yeah. It's not all the way attached because I'm seeing half of it through there. Through the half of the Velcro from the other side. Or not, no, this side. Yeah, half the Velcro. It must have slid over. But it's holding. But tomorrow I'm going to come in here, probably take all the blackout stuff down. Go through all the straps, make sure everything's still tight like it was. Even our kitchen, the clam out here. It, let me get through here. No, I can't do that. Oh my gosh, it is cold right now, and I can't do this one-handed. Anyway, the kitchen held up, as you can see. We're looking under the door because I can't get the zipper open because I got one hand. But yeah, the kitchen held up pretty good. Didn't even move. RVing with G, his clam got turned inside out from the wind. And I think the other one did too, but I'm not sure. I think there was two of them that happened to. But yeah, this blackout stuff does not look good. I mean, it looks like a wind just tore it all to pieces, but no, it just pulled it down from there and there and loosened it up because I had it pulled tight up there. But yeah, it's been wild and windy for the last 3 days. There's no activities in the clubhouse for the past three days because of the wind. You know, that could probably change too eventually. I mean, we really can't hear a movie out here, but we get these corners sealed up and be able to hold heat in here. It would be different in the wind. But for now, everybody just stays hunkered down in their rigs till the wind blows by. But we've had a relatively good season though, as far as wind. We haven't had the usual wind that we normally get. This is really the second or third wind episode that we've had this season. And that's amazing actually. Yeah, did bring the hello sign in. The wind was really wreaking havoc on this thing. Oh, looks like it's going to be reattached. With just minor damage, we will rebuild. But anyway, I'm going to go edit this. Hope you all are enjoying the raid parade today. Becky's about ready to start dinner, so I'm going to head in and eat. I'm not sure what we're having. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Later.